Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back again with some new videos. Apologies for the unfortunate absence for the last couple of weeks. If anybody watched the video Microgravity that I put out a couple of weeks ago, you'll find that unfortunately I lost my mum the other month, so in September, so I've had to take a few weeks off, as you probably can appreciate. But we're back, we're coming to do some more reviews and looks and providing more music with sound libraries from Omnisphere. This one we're going to look at is from CL Projects, and this is called Realm of Omnisphere 2, and this is a patch bank for Omnisphere 2.5, and it's aimed at ambient, new age, Berlin school, epic, cinematic soundtrack and film scoring music. So this is sort of in the style of Jean Michel Jarre, Tangerine Dream, Vangelis and others of that ilk. And if any of you have listened to my music and heard me witter on a bit, you know I am a big fan of those three people. So this library is in my wheelhouse and I absolutely love what you can do with this. So without further ado, we shall have a playthrough. Oh, but before we do, you're going to ask me, how many patches has this got? See if I can find out on the... have a quick gander at the old website. 172 patches, of which 139 are single patches and 33 are multis. So there are multis in here, which if we have time we'll have a quick explore of. So it's split up into what's that, 5 categories: ambient, arpeggios, pads, strings and synths. Almost couldn't count for a minute then. So we'll start with ambient. And in ambient we have these wonderful sort of backdrops for starting tracks or just to play gently underneath. So we'll start at the beginning. Angstrom unit. This is what Angstrom unit sounds like. You get that wonderful crackling sound underneath. And if I use the aftertouch, it opens the filter of layer 2. For those that don't know what aftertouch means, that's basically you press down on the keyboard and then you push a bit harder, but be careful because not all keyboards have this facility. You better check, have a look on the internet, check to see if your keyboard does have aftertouch facility. You can get the same effect on this particular patch with Mod Wheel. So Creepy Crawlies is the next one up we'll have a look at. Let's try a different key, D minor. That's nice deep. Aftertouch brings on more creepy crawly sounds. And magnetic field. I'm not going to say anything on this one, but all I will say is the name gives it away what's inspired this one. So there's a whole host of these. Let's go Zenith. Everyone uses sort of like a top one, the middle one, but very few play the very last patch in the series. So let's just play that one. Dark ambient drone patch with scary FX elements. So not play the top end. There you go. Nice scary FX for you. Let's have a look at the arpeggios next. The arpeggios we want to look at is these wonderful drums that they've come up with, and these are from using Big Boomer sample and Big Feet. So we'll examine them in a bit close detail in a minute. But Aftertouch adds more drum noise. And the Mod Wheel alters the swing value. So that's this one here. The mod wheel alters this. Now that's made of big feet. Two big feet. And a big boomer. And together they give you a nice taiko type feel. And then we have Cloak and Dagger as the next one. Now you got these arpeggios that they all set up, all very nice, don't get me wrong, but don't just stick with the preset, play with it. So if we got the arpeggios, so we got here, like, you know, I love ratchets, so we'll have step divider 4, and to get the effect of the ratchet, we'll have the 8th note. I'll extend this 8 steps, transpose that, give it an octave, make that go up an octave as well. And then, what have we got on modulation wise? The wheel alters the cutoff, so what we can also do is modulate with the LFO. Smooth that out, shorten the depth, sync it, and if you look at those little shadings on here, going from long to short, I'll exaggerate it and we'll... So we've transformed that patch quite quickly, just by... That's the original. So we'll move on to... Now I'll probably bored you to death with that, but hey, there we go. German heritage. This is good old Berlin school at its best. Actually, mod wheel, one after touch. And for those that love Tangerine Dream, 3 guesses what inspired this one. Tangerine Conspiracy. We've got nice wonderful art there you can play around with. And then we'll go on to some pads now. These pads, these sound fantastic, these do. They just sounds like so organic and they don't stay still. So for example, Alien Meeting, this is a brilliant drone. See what I mean? Don't stay still. It's always moving. There's always little elements in there. Antarctic Dream, which those of you who love Vangelis will recognise the sound straight away. Ganymede. So it's a majestic sound with choral lead element. Use mod wheel to add pitch modulation. Use aftertouch to emphasize the sound and to add pitch modulation. So let's do that. It's my left hand and right hand. I love that like scream cry at the end, that's beautiful. Now we have sunspots next. well, lovely pad sounds to fill the spectrum up and make it sound thicker, your tracks. Very useful on their own to make the track, but we'll also have a now look at some strings which work beautifully. This is probably my favourite patch in the whole library. Jarre meets Vangelis, and oh boy, does it! Oh, that's wrong note. Try to mix D minor and C minor at the same time. Let's have a look at some rogue strings. Nice and breathy and airy these. But if you want to dull it, just move them up here. And Sherlock Holmes, no 3 guesses what inspired this sound as soon as you hear it. There we go. And we have synth sounds, so we'll just quickly whiz through a couple of these for you. Kansei. We have Lucifer. Epic synth, bit of a spelling mistake there, synth patch. Use the mod wheel to pitch modulation after touch to emphasise the sound. The Vangelis syndrome, which is an epic synth based on the sounds of Vangelis. So you use the mod wheel to alter layer 1 and use aftertouch to emphasise layer 3. And this is, let's just say, you'll recognise the sound. Famous 80s film. Was it 80s? I think it was. Blade Runner. Harrison Ford. And we'll finally kick off with, well, kick off? Kick off, we've already kicked off, we're ending now, it's weightless. Been a long day. Very Jarre and Vangelis. So there we go. We have CL Projects Realms of Omnisphere number 2. Fantastic library. You can pick this up at clprojectsounddesign.com. I will leave a link in the description to the library so you can go and check them out. It's what's the current price of this now? I was just having a quick look at the website. It says buy now. I've already got it. So let's see what it comes up with. It's currently on sale for, drum roll, £27.59. You have to go through a few screens to actually get to the prices because you can't seem to buy it directly from their website. It's either through Loot Audio or Synth Mob that you can buy this sound library for, this patch library. But it's certainly worth it. Absolutely fantastic sounds. So if you enjoyed the walkthrough, go and pay CL Projects a visit. And if you haven't already got the Realm of Omnisphere 2, I definitely suggest you go out and buy it. What I did say is we needed to look at some of these CL Projects 2 multis. That's one thing I did say. Yes, I do want to overwrite. Thank you. So we'll close this video. Ooh, that's my crackling because I'm running, because I'm recording and playing Omnisphere at the same time. Sometimes these patches are a bit heavy, so I'll choose another one. I'll have one more German Legacy, why not? So I'll leave it at that, and I will do the usual thing and post a video using the sounds from this library next week. But that's all for this time, so thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, ding that bell so you know when the next one is, and subscribe to that channel. And we'll catch you next time. Until then.